Hello and welcome back to the Jessica Pinili podcast. It is December 1st. Christmas is in the air. I freaking love December. I love December vibes. It's summer here in Australia. So I know I have a lot of listeners in the States, a lot of YouTube viewers as well in the States. And yeah, we have a very hot December and a hot Christmas. I was actually saying to a friend of mine who lives in London, I was like, I really one day want to experience a white Christmas. I have been to London during December, just not for Christmas. So, yeah, maybe one day. But I love the vibe of December. I love that we're coming into a brand new year. This time of the year actually used to give me a lot of anxiety. And that's why I've created this episode because I know sometimes it can instill fear or anxiety or not feeling worthy or not feeling enough when we're coming into a brand new year. But if you're watching here on YouTube, I would absolutely love it if you could press the subscribe button, if you could hit the thumbs up. It is so helping my channel, pushing it out to so many amazing, high achieving women. It's just great to see and to connect with you here on YouTube. If you are listening on Spotify, iTunes, wherever you listen, I would love it if you could give me a 5-star review. If you had the moment to write a written review, again, I know I say this every episode, but it truly does mean so much. And this year, I've noticed with people pushing and sharing out this podcast, it is reaching so many amazing women, and we can kind of all together collectively share everything that I share. And I absolutely love it. And I love having you all here as well. So, yeah, wherever you're tuning in from, I would appreciate it. Share the love, especially this episode coming towards the end of the year. But before we get started, let's do an angel card pulls. I have my Work Your Light Oracle cards by Rebecca Campbell. I'm showing on YouTube, but just look them up. I got these off of Amazon, I believe. So as I am shuffling, I want you just to ground yourself, tune into your own energy for a moment whilst you're listening to my voice. And I want you just to breathe deeply and to pick a number one or a number two. Whatever has come into your head first, keep it. Don't change. Don't second guess yourself. Just move my phone so we can actually put these on my lap. Just ground and feeling that I need to shuffle a little bit more. All right, you have your number. Don't change whatever popped into your head first. Okay, I'm going to attempt to do this on my lap. Are we ready? Now with these ones, I do not read from the book. I just go intuitively what I'm feeling. So this card is for my number ones, and this is for my number twos. Okay, my number ones. Imrama. Oh, I don't feel like I've ever seen this card before. Imrama. Where are you being called to journey to? I'm loving it though. Imrama. I hope I'm saying that correctly. If I'm not, let me know. Where are you being called to journey to? I feel this is so fitting coming into the new year. So, what I'm feeling from this is like, where are you being called to move on to? Like, what's your next life path? What's the next thing that you want to achieve in life? And how can you make your way there? How can you start to take action towards where you're being called to? And the called to part, I think, is important. It's the intuitive part, it's the download part. I was actually saying, to a client who has recently joined my Mastery Mastermind, we were having a conversation this morning and she said something dropped into her head of where she needs to be next, where she wants to move to and live to next. And I said, most people ignore those intuitive drops. Most people will listen to it and be like, oh, that's crazy. I could never move there. I could never make that work. But I really feel that whatever is dropping into your head, or if you have this feeling of going somewhere and being somewhere, that this card is for you, and you've obviously chosen number one for a reason. My number twos. Oh, another kind of like new card that I haven't pulled before, I don't think. Leap. You go first. The universe will catch you. This first word that came into my head was faith. Take the leap. Have faith in yourself. Have faith that the universe is there making it happen for you, not against you. Remember, everything happens in perfect divine timing. Everything is happening as it should. Trust me, there have been many moments in my life where I did not believe that whatsoever. I was like, this cannot possibly be happening for me. And then hindsight is so beautiful because you look back and you're like, actually, it was working for me. So you go first. The universe is going to catch you. Take that leap of faith. Whatever has popped into your head when you were thinking of number two, or as I said this, that is the thing you need to go for and trust yourself. I feel like the vibe for both of these cards that I pulled overall is just trusting yourself to take the lead in your life and do something different. How exciting. I love these cards. But let's get into today's episode. So today I am going to give you, I'm getting my phone up because I've written them down so I do not divert and go on a crazy rant, but I'm going to give you 8 things that you can do in the next 30 days. So day of recording, day of uploading this is December 1st. But honestly, whenever you are watching this, you can start. I think I want to preface this by saying a lot of people wait till the new year. They wait till a Monday. They wait till a brand new month. But this is, you can start whenever. I just wanted to capitalize on the energy of winding down a year, bringing into a new year. And I know that sometimes like our motivation levels can peak when it comes to this time of year because it's like, okay, I wasn't able to achieve these certain things in this year. What am I going to do? So use that momentum, use that motivation. And honestly, if you're listening to this like a random, like April 20th in 2026, you can still take action from today. And these are things, again, they're probably not anything that are groundbreaking or brand new for you. But I think if you actually focus on putting your energy into all of these things over the next 30 days specifically, things are going to start to shift, things are going to start to move. So, number one, start doing visualization meditations every single day for at least 3 times a day. When you wake up, in the middle of your day, when you go to sleep. If you have moments, especially if you work from home, if you can, do it more. Do it as much as possible. And it doesn't have to be like this 20-minute visualization meditation or this hour. It can literally set a timer for 90 seconds. 90 seconds, go lay on your bed, go lay on your couch, get comfortable on your chair, beanbag, whatever it may be, and just visualize the life. I've spoken about this so much on the podcast before, and I will not stop speaking about it because it is something that helps me to connect to my vision. There are things that have come into fruition in my life over the past couple of years that I honestly used to visualize. I honestly used to daydream. I used to script about it. And remember, the mind does not know the difference between what is real and what is fake. And so, whatever you are visualizing and it loves repetition, it's going to take that and it's going to bring that into your 3D physical reality because it fixates on that. So, as often as you can, you need to do the visualization meditations. However, remember that with any visualization meditation, you really do need to tap into the feeling of already having that thing. So, when I play my mind movies, Joe Dispenza created the term mind movies. When I do my mind movies, I will connect to that's already happened. I like put myself in a position where I'm like, okay, my future self is just like sending me a movie, and it's like, hey, this is your life. Do you want to watch it right now? That's the energy I have behind it, and so that gets me really excited. That gets me really grateful. That makes me feel expansive. It makes me feel abundant, and that is the key there because you can visualize, but if your energy behind it is like, this isn't going to happen, this is too hard, or I can't do this, or I'm lack, or I'm scarcity, that's not the feeling that's going to bring your visualization into the real world. So start doing visualization meditations. If it's any, like everything I'm bringing to you on this list is so important, but if it's anything to do, it is this. And I promise you, you connect with the feeling, you get really crystal clear on what you want to bring into your life. I promise you, it will come into fruition. You are going to, your subconscious mind is going to fixate on that and it's going to be like, okay, let's bring this into your life. Number two, set your intentions now for quarter 1 and reverse engineer. So I like to use the words intentions, not so much goals. You know, they can go hand in hand as the same thing. I just feel I started using the word intentions a couple of years ago, and I just prefer the vibration behind that word. Do you guys ever feel that some words have, well, all words have vibrations, but sometimes you like switch up a word and you're like, wow, this feels and sounds so much better to use. that's how I use the word intentions. And sometimes I do use it in accordance as if I was using the word goals. Anyway, ran. But set your intentions for quarter one now. Look at the different areas of your life and set what you are going to do. Quarter one, by the way, being January, February, March, and start to reverse engineer. How can you start that now? Remember, a lot of people make the mistake of like January 1st, I'm going to start something, I'm going to do. No, you need to start setting yourself for success now. When you start to get into the energetic vibration of what you want to bring into your life, bringing in 2024, then you will start to see momentum. Most people get excited and they're really, really motivated, maybe for the first month. And then come February, they start to slide down. If you set your intentions for the entire quarter and you're realistic about it, I could probably do a whole podcast episode on setting intentions / goals. So definitely let me know, like slide into my DMs, or if you're watching here on YouTube, let me know in the comments if you want me to record an episode on goal setting, intention setting. I can absolutely do that before the end of the year. But when you are able to set those intentions and you're realistic about those intentions and you reverse engineer how you would get there, like get really, really specific and clear. The tone of your quarter one is going to be the tone of your year. I had a very, very successful year in business and my personal life, like both hand in hand. Like I have to like reiterate that, both hand in hand. And honestly, it is because I set such clear, specific intentions in quarter one. Have I hit all of my goals or all of my milestones I wanted to? No. But when I'm really honest about myself, I just was not feeling those goals anymore. They did not align with me. They did not connect with me. They do not get me excited. Or B, I didn't go into the specifics of reverse engineering and seeing how that would really look like. Sometimes we set intentions, and without the reverse engineering, it's kind of like, okay, in my business in quarter one, I want to make $10,000 a month. Okay, cool. So the reverse engineer part is, how many clients does that mean? How many products do you need to sell, or what, whatever it may be. I'm going to read another one. I'm going to lose 15 kilos by the end of quarter one. Okay, so we break it up. That's 5 kilos a month. What are we doing every week? What does it look like? What does the food look like? See what I mean? So you need to get specific. Does this take time? Absolutely. But I promise you, and I can say this with such certainty, I did this at the beginning of my year and it really set the tone for this year. And I'm finishing the year so incredibly strong. So do this one, make it something you do within the next week or so. All of these like start now, but especially with your intentions, you want to do it within the next week so you can start working towards the overall quarter one. And like I said, slide into my DMs if you're listening at Jess Pinili on Instagram, or let me know in the comments below if you want me to record a specific episode on goal setting, intention setting for the brand new year. Number 3, learn something new. 30 days, right? I think it's, what is it, 28 days. I always see different things. 28 days to begin a habit. Learn something new. Stimulate your brain in a different way. Maybe you've been on autopilot for the past couple of months. Maybe you haven't brought anything new into your life or switched up your routine differently, but begin something new. And what I've put here in my notes is something I started a year ago. It's been just over a year now. I started Duolingo. So my partner is actually Polish. So I have started Polish lessons on Duolingo. Am I good at it? No. Polish is a extremely hard language. If anyone is watching or listening and you know Polish, you will know it's really hard. However, it is something different that I do in my day that I wasn't doing before. It keeps me stimulated in a different way. It keeps me learning in a different way. It's also a connection point between me and my partner because he it can speak it entirely. It's really nice to connect in that way. I'm also, side note, I kind of want to get it. This is like one of my intentions I need to sit on and think about. I kind of want to get a tutor for Polish lessons in 2024 and like learn it properly, because I would just, number one, I would love to learn another language. And number two, just be so fun to speak to my partner while we're out and about in a different language. That's like one of my one of my goal lessons. Can't speak. That's one of my goals in life, to be able to speak another language out in public. So coming back to number 3, I want you to learn something new. Just start something new. Like literally I gave the example of Duolingo because I don't want everyone to start being like, "Oh my god, I need to take up a sport or I need to take up an instrument." Like those are amazing. Do those if you're feeling the vibe to do those. But even something small just to stimulate your brain and to do something different as well. Number 4, streamline your physical and mental space. So basically, that's a super fancy way in saying declutter your physical and mental space. It is so nice to clean up and tidy up as we are coming into a brand new year. Donate your clothes, throw out the makeup and the skincare that you're not using, all that has been expired. Clean your space, dust it up. This also helps. Have you ever noticed when you do a big clean in your room and then you feel so much better mentally? Those two go hand in hand. So start with your physical space, especially if you're feeling a little bit all over the shop as we're coming towards the end of the year because December is so freaking busy. And you will see that your mental space will feel a lot more clearer, a lot more lighter. But do it like I mean, not every day. I'm definitely not going to declutter every day, but I put the phrase streamline here of how can I make things more efficient in my physical space. How can I be more efficient about my physical space? And when I do this, I'm looking after myself, I'm caring for myself, I'm healing my inner child. And so I think that's a really good way to look at it, especially, cleaning out your closet and skincare, makeup, all the random bits and bobs in your house or apartment. Clean it up. Get rid of it. Streamline your area where you study or where you work. Even the second bedroom. Like right now, I record in the second bedroom. It is a mess because we have some exciting things happening. So it's a mess on purpose. But I can't wait to this weekend. Actually, I'm going to be cleaning it up and going through a few things and just streamlining. That's the key word here, right? You can use the word declutter, but I think just streamlining both the physical and mental space to create a sense of clarity. Number 5. Oh, okay. I like this one. Assess your glass ceilings. What this means is write this on a piece of paper, go through the different areas of your life to break it out really simply. I always say 4 different areas of your life: career/business, relationships, finances, and health/wellness. Assess what your glass ceiling is. So, have you noticed your glass ceiling in, let's say you run an online business, you have only been attracting 5 clients every month, or you've only been, I'd say only, but you'll see what I say in a moment. Meanwhile, in a moment, you only have been making $8,000 and you seem to not get past that. That's what I mean by a glass ceiling. Do you feel that in your health and fitness, you will lose a kilo, put on a kilo, or, whatever it is, and you keep bouncing back to your normal state, to your familiar state? This is basically assessing where your subconscious mind, your nervous system is keeping you in a state of being comfortable, being familiar, because familiar, being comfortable equals safe to your subconscious mind. So when you assess your glass ceilings, and this can be something that people don't really like to do because we don't want to face what's actually happening. But I was riffing in my mini mind today inside of Voxer, the mini mind ready to regulate. It's all about nervous system regulation. And we've been talking about stress addiction and high, low priority in life and moving the needle. And one thing that I was saying is we need to familiarize ourselves with what is familiar for us. Because when it's familiar for us, subconscious, that's what it is. It's subconscious. We don't realize we're doing it. So we actually need to assess and have a look at what's happening so we can make a change. So many people are on autopilot and they want to make a change and then they have no idea why and then they have no idea how. So go through, be really, really honest where in your life you are operating. It's something that I call good autopilot. It's just autopilot and there's nothing particularly wrong with the autopilot. It doesn't feel bad. So that's what we call a good autopilot, is like you feel good, you feel fine, you feel content in life, but you are still on autopilot. So have a look where those glass ceilings are, what those glass ceilings are, and start to really ask yourself. This would come into probably setting your intentions as well. These two go hand in hand. How can you reverse engineer that? How can you quite physically start to take different action and start to do things differently. If you in business have been making a certain amount of money and you can't get past that, look at what you've been doing for the past 90 days. Have you like literally been showing up the same on your stories, creating the same TikToks and reels, doing the same outreach technique? It obviously needs to change. Something is obviously stagnant. And yes, it works. And this is why the brain goes, but it's working. Okay, but is it getting the results that you are truly desiring? And the answer is probably no. So be super honest with yourself and know that it's going to feel weird because it's not familiar and your body just wants to stay in the safety. Assess your glass ceilings. Number 6, celebrate yourself every single day. I want you to do a bit of mirror work and I want you to look in the mirror when you wake up, when you go to bed, and I want you to celebrate yourself. I also need to pause. I feel like, and get away from the microphone. I feel like I have hair. You can probably see me touching my face. I feel like I have some hair that is like on my nose and is really irritating me. Anyway, sorry if I keep touching my face. Hopefully it's gone. Okay, celebrate yourself. So looking in the mirror and celebrating, being so grateful for yourself, doing the mirror work, speaking nicely to yourself, healing your inner child, celebrating the things that are happening. I don't care if you're having a bad day. There are still things that you can celebrate yourself. Remember that. You should be celebrating yourself every day. Like I have gotten into such a good habit. I was on the treadmill today and I was like, fuck, my life is so good. I was like, my life is so good. There are so many opportunities coming my way and in my relationship and in business and things are gonna be better, but things are good right now. I was celebrating myself, right? And you get extra points if you're doing it in the mirror, right? Mirror work is very powerful. So make sure every single day, set a timer, set a reminder if you need to celebrate yourself, celebrate your wins, celebrate how far you have come. And even if it is a really bad day, you still need to celebrate yourself. You still need to prime yourself to make that normal. Number 7, invest now in some form of support. This can be a mindset coach, a business coach. This can be a personal trainer. This can be a nutritionist or a naturopath. This can be, any like a therapist, a counselor, a couples therapist. I want you to, like, this month, don't wait till the new year. I want you to invest in yourself. I want you to do something for yourself and to make it work. You can make it work. Whatever has been on your mind to get some support in, or you just feel maybe you're like have assessed your glass ceilings and you just have no idea where to go or what to do. One of the best things that I've ever normalized is investing in myself and realizing the power of support, expansive conversations, and accountability. And like I said, you can invest in whatever fits for you and whatever you feel the pull towards. I want you to invest that support in and to make it work. When we make it work and we realize that this is important, like for me, I'm like, life is too fucking short to not live such an absolutely exciting life, an abundant and a juicy life. Make that work for you. And yes, we do need to be supported in life, and that's absolutely okay. But if you are not prioritizing getting support with things you want to do, starting a business, fixing your marriage, getting better gut health, losing weight or putting on muscle, um, being able to fix your mindset, what anything, your sales process in your business or your social media, whatever it is, take the time to do your research and to make an investment in yourself so you can start pushing your way towards there. Because I tell you what, in my 20s, I spent way too long, especially at this time of year, where I said at the start of this episode, I used to get such anxiety and such fear because I would honestly get to this part of the year and I was like excited because I love Christmas, but there was like this deep knot in my stomach, this anxiety in my stomach because I was like, fuck, like I haven't achieved my goals, things are the same, like mentality, attracting the same men. I'm not where I want to be. I'm not traveling. I'm not moving the needle in anything that I really want to do. And everything I've done hasn't just come from a form of investment. But what I just am bringing home the point here is don't repeat what you've done in the past 12 months. I've had the energy in the year collectively has been very clunky. I was saying this to a friend of mine. However, this year has been an amazing year for me. And I can feel that 2024 is going to be an amazing year. And the things that I've shared in this list, including the last one coming up, are the things that have really helped me have that. And one of them is investing in some form of support to move the needle forward. This is why we have these services. So whatever you were thinking of, take the leap. Just like the angel card said, have faith in yourself, trust yourself. I think sometimes people don't want to invest in themselves because they realize that when they put money down on an investment for themselves, they need to commit to themselves. And committing to themselves is different to what you've been doing and different to the way that you've been operating and the ways you are and the ways you behave and the ways you think. It's different. Again, the subconscious mind doesn't like to be different. So of course it's scary. I'm acknowledging that. It's been scary for me every single investment, even though I just made a recent investment 2 months ago, 5 figures in this investment in this business coach. And even though I knew that that was going to be my next step for getting support and what I needed to get support in, doesn't mean it made it any less scary. I'm going to be really honest with you. Doesn't mean it's not any less scary or I'm not freaking out or whatever it may be. But what I want to share with you, it is so important to be supported and don't do yourself a disservice by doing the same thing for another 12 months. And then my last one, number 8, is have more movement in your life, more walking, more yoga, more shaking your body, more weights, more Pilates, whatever it is, like up it. And I don't mean to the point where you're like exhausted and doing 100 million workouts. I just mean move more. And that's why I included things like you can do yoga at home. You can just shake your body whenever. Shake your body. This is how we can somatically heal. This is how we can get stagnant energy out of our body by shaking about. Get more movement into your life. Movement is good for you overall, but being able to release stagnant energy and help you somatically heal is one of the most powerful things that you can do for yourself. You can do all of the mindset work, you can do everything else I put on the list, but being able to be in tune with your body, connect with your body, realize anything that is coming up physically is actually a reflection of your emotional state, and being able to process and move through that is going to be so important for you, and is going to help you have more clarity in your mind and have more clarity with the decisions that you make and the things that you want to do in life. So think about how you can implement more movement even when you don't want to. If you're, maybe you're on your period and you have the worst cramps, whatever, you can shake out for 30 seconds. Trust me, you can. Okay. You definitely can, because I can. Just move that stagnant energy out of your body. If you've been sitting at a desk all day, shake it out. I know, and trust me, I get in these modes. I can't be bothered doing a workout. I can't be bothered going to a yoga class. That is absolutely fine. But just think, how can I move more to get the stagnant energy out? Now, I hope that you have enjoyed this episode. It kind of like downloaded into my head as I was at the gym today. See what happens when you move more? You also have the ideas flowing because you have more space in your mind, right? You're not stressed and like feeling closed off from the world. But I hope that you have gotten a lot from this. If you're on YouTube, comment down below what was your favorite point. What are you going to start to implement? If you are listening here, slide into my DMs. Tell me your biggest takeaways from this episode. Even take a screenshot, share it in your story, tag me in it. I love seeing it. I love having conversation with you all. And if you are wondering how you can come into my world coming into 2024, there are all details in the show notes. The best way is Will Mastery Mastermind. It is a mastermind that is group and one-on-one support. It is a 4-month container for high achieving women to be able to master your subconscious thoughts and regulate and manage your emotions. And I'm already so excited for the women that have come into this. And Will Mastery Mastermind. So Will Mastery stands for Woman Mastermind. Woman Mastery. Woman Mastery. And the things that I teach, I have been teaching women for nearly 5 years now, and it has changed so many lives when it comes to subconscious reprogramming, regulation, identity, and self-concept. And I'm not wishing away December, but I'm like, can January 8th come? Because I just want to start this mastermind, and this weekend I'm actually sending out onboarding things and just It's so exciting. So if you want to invest in that type of support and you want to know more, click the link below, come slide into my DMs, we can have a chat. But I appreciate you all so much. Thank you for listening to another episode, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.